Well, welcome back. Last time we had Norfolk County Register of Deeds Bill O'Donnell on. It was probably 85 and sunny out.
Yes,
Bill, welcome back.
It's still good to be back in Quincy, no matter what the weather is. But yes, as a matter of fact, last time we were here, we were talking about numbers from January 1st, 2013 to July 31st, 2013. And I think there was a sense of optimism. The numbers were really good.
Yeah.
But the numbers, just the vibrancy that we saw back in the summer, it didn't quite close that way. For instance, in 2012, countywide, there was 201,130 documents recorded countywide. And thus far, our statistics are through December 15th, it's 174,582. So that's
significantly lower.
So that's down 13%. It may close these last 2 weeks, but it's still down. Okay. And in Quincy, it was down too. There was 18,563 documents recorded in 2012, and in 2013, 17,486. So again, down by 6%, but actually exceeded the county average.
Okay.
And in other words, it was down less than the county. So that's at least good news for Quincy. In this lack of vibrancy, we saw it in the mortgage activity. And I think some of it was because people refinanced a lot when the rates were lower in 2012 and early 2013. I think there's been a tightening of credit by lenders and by government agencies that are reviewing the lenders. And there was some uptick in the interest rates, which I think discouraged refinancing. For instance, in countywide, we had 46,554 mortgages in 2012, and that's down to 35,597. So that was down 24%. And in Quincy, it went down 15%. So that was 4,288 to 3,634.
Oh, okay.
So
across the board, we're seeing declines.
Yes, one good sign is purchase and sale activity has been up.
Okay.
And so that's helpful. For instance, total deeds countywide were up 1%. It went from 16,386 to 16,552. So, and it's anecdotally, you hear that from the brokers that there is real estate activity out there, and hopefully in the spring it will really take off. And in Quincy, however, purchase and sales were up 9%, so that's some good news.
That bucked the trend, really.
Yes, from the county. It went from 2,029 to 2,211 deeds that were recorded. So again, purchase and sale activity. I think there was this thought in the summer, things that turned the corner, and it just there's some improvement in the purchase and sale activity, but it could be better.
Yeah. Well, there was always, discussion or speculation as to when's the Fed going to roll back the stimulus, and there was always that kind of underlying thought process going on. And should we get into the market now, or should we wait? Are our rates going to come any lower? And then when we just saw the Fed just roll back just recently, I think people are saying, oh, I guess we waited too long.
Well, yeah, and I still think, and I've said it a number of times on your show, you still have to have confidence that you have a job. And people have said that there is confidence, that people feel like they're not going to lose their job or not going to get furloughed. But I still think you need to have that really solid confidence before you either purchase a house as a first-time home buyer, or if you decide to upgrade and sell your house and move into a bigger house with a bigger purchase and sale price and a bigger mortgage. One piece of good news, however, and because we were seeing day to day the foreclosure crisis unfold at not only Norfolk Registry of Deeds, but the Registry of Deeds across the Commonwealth, that year to date the notices to foreclose, those filings were down 51% countywide from 2012. Now, a notice to foreclose means a lender has taken the time to file a lawsuit in the land court, and then this notice to foreclose has to be recorded at the registry, and that tells the world that there's a beginning of a foreclosure. It doesn't mean those people are going to get foreclosed on. Maybe they sell the house, maybe they turn things around. But year to date, also the foreclosure deeds filings are down 62%.
That's something you want to see go down.
Yeah, from 2012. Okay. And in Quincy, the notices to foreclose in 2012 were 132, and through December 15th, 2013, it's 84. So that was down, down 48. You like to see that. I believe that percentage is 36%.
Very good.
And as far as foreclosure deeds in Quincy, there was 61 in 2012 and 23 thus far in
Significant.
2013.
Okay.
So again, hopefully the foreclosure, well, I always say if there's one person dealing with it, I guess you definitely have a problem.
In their world, certainly, that's
And
horrible,
I always urge people to go to our website at www.norfolkdeeds.org, because we do have resources available, and tell people in the communities the community groups that can help them get advice or answer some of their legal questions.
Yes.
I know Quincy Community Action Programs here in Quincy, or Neighbor Works of Southern Massachusetts. You have some great community groups that do a lot of great work here in Quincy, and people should take advantage of it.
No question. You don't have to go through it alone. There are ways to deal with it and get some help, some professional help through it, and maybe not have to foreclose on it.
And these people do a great job. There are organizations out there or groups out there that will try to do it for a lot of money. These people will give you free legal advice and free counseling to either get you back in your house, or if need be, transition you outside your house, and so I would take advantage of the great resources you have in Quincy.
No question, yeah. Mentioning folks that overcharge for things, what about the deeds scam bill? Is that still an issue?
We still see it.
Really?
It's still there. It's still up on our website. They solicit people, and the deed scam, for people that don't know, is there are groups out there. They're increasing their price. It used to be $60 not too long ago. Now they're charging up to $80, and they'll get you a certified copy of your deed. But what they're doing is coming directly to the registry of deeds and paying $2.
That's the only source for it.
Sure,
Yeah.
and that's what we tell people. If you want a certified copy of your deed, please come to the registry directly. You can come by the registry at 649 High Street in Dedham, or you can call up our customer service number at 781-461-6101. But there's no need for consumers to be paying that exorbitant fee to a middleman. Get rid of the middleman.
Yeah. What's the cost through the registry?
$2 at the most. $1 a page, and most deeds are $2.
Right.
Yeah. So.
So there's absolutely folks should definitely be aware of that. Homesteads we should talk about real quickly, because that's something you've seen a bit of a slacking of.
Yes, much like all the activity, and again, a homestead, for people that don't know, as a consumer, you can declare an estate a homestead, and it protects your house from a forced sale, and it's been written into the legislation. Some good news, and one of the reasons why I think we've seen a lessening of numbers is it's down 9% countywide homesteads, and even in Quincy, with all the cable television, we were always having great numbers in Quincy. It's down 6%, but the legislation now allows for an automatic homestead, but it's only $125,000, and it gets a portion. So I still think people should take the time and declare an estate a homestead. The other reason we probably see that number down, in the legislation, it says that if family members have given deeds back and forth, the old law was each time you had to record the homestead.
That's right.
So they've put some changes in the legislation where prior homesteads are still valid.
Or if you refinance, I know that negated the first one also.
Yes, and they try to make it clear now, and when the legislation went into effect, and you should thank all your state legislators, especially here in Quincy, when they rewrote the homestead legislation, they made it clear that you don't have to keep putting a homestead on, that if there's language in there that terminates your homestead, that language is not valid. And that went into effect in March 16th, 2011.
Great. Bill, it's the holiday season, certainly, and I know that the registry has been very active over the past many years now in two specific programs, your Toys for Tots drive and your food drive.
Yes, and again, we got to thank Quincy Cable here. You guys have done a great job. Everyone, the whole staff, of publicizing our Toys for Tots drive. It was our most successful year. That's as far as the volume of toys that came through. As a matter of fact, two Marines, two corporals, picked up last week, picked up all the toys, and they said, good thing, they had a big van, they said, good thing we don't have another pickup, because it was filled.
That's great.
So that was great. That was great, especially it kind of put everybody at the registry in a kind of a Christmas spirit, and that was great. Yeah. And we still have time, if people are by 649 High Street, they can, we do a food drive. We're doing it through the end of the year. there, and people can drop off any items at 649 High Street. Or better yet, you can check our website. We have a list of all the food pantries, not only here in Quincy, but countywide. And so there's an address, so if you can't get by Dedham to drop off perishables, go directly to the food pantries, and there's a list on our website, and you can make a great donation. And everyone's in need. And one thing I do know from the food pantries, it's not just during the holidays. There's a need all year round, so people should keep that in mind.
More so than ever. Bill, thank you so much.
Well, always great, Joe, to come here and talk statistics and see everybody, and just wish you Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone, and more importantly, a healthy New Year. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely, to you and your family and your staff as well.
Yes,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
it. You're welcome.
Everyone.
Another quick break on the program. Back with some more community information in just a moment.